Hello. Um, Today is January the 7th, 12:16. It's right after midnight of 2019. I want to talk a little about what liberty is. Because everybody's saying now in Nicaragua, oh, well, we're gonna be free. We're gonna be free. That's the same thing they were saying in 1979. We're gonna be free when Somoza leaves the country, and look where we are now. We have another dictator. We're in the same place where we started from, and we claim we had a lot to teach because we suffer, and the truth is that we still have a lot to learn because we went through all that, and we're back in square one. We didn't learn anything because the other people took over and they weren't interested in letting the people be free. They were interested in taking the place of the dictator and start managing a country. They wanted to be the boss, just like a lot of people do. A lot of people want to be God. So that's the big problem that we have in the world, that we were infected with the disease of like in the Bible it says that the devil told Eve that you won't die, but you be like God. So that's what the devil wanted to be in the first place, like God. I will be like the Most High. So he infected the humanity with the same disease of wanting to be like God, and we're never gonna be God. That's insane. That's crazy. We have a limited lifespan, and but people still try to be God in this world, and that's what their big dream is, to have as much as they can in this lifetime, which is limited. So you have to look at it in a philosophical way. The life is so short, and then what we're trying to do is, be the richest person on earth, that is most famous. It doesn't really make sense. It's just and then we start infecting everybody else with the same idea. It's like everybody, as long as we don't break the cycle, we keep running on the same hamster wheel, because we don't teach our children, and we let the government take care of our children. The government is interested, and the people just learning the same basic thing in which they could continue in the same control, and we're never gonna escape because we don't break that line of thinking, and we just continue that same trend, and nobody's teaching the children philosophy. Is like they teach you, like in college they give the highest rank is the philosophical degree, but truly we all need to start learning philosophy. Loving wisdom is the meaning of philosophy. Wanting to learn more is what we should be doing all the time. Just not crazy, or okay, you need to learn certain things for certain careers, or tasks, certain professions. So we do need to learn all of that, but the basis of everything is first how to live with other people without harming anybody. And they don't teach you that because they're interested in, like, people like the police. They get paid to defend whatever they come up with, even if it's illegal, because if it's unfair to everybody else, then it should be illegal, because it's not based on truth. It's just based on whatever that comes out of nowhere, So that's the big problem now, that we haven't learned. And then people die because we say we want freedom, and it is so unfortunate that we're back to where we were. And what's gonna happen is the same thing if we don't start changing our mind, because and we don't start learning. They want you to keep on watching those soccer games. They don't even have a team, and it doesn't really matter who they're watching playing, or I always bring this up because I know they're big fans of soccer right now. They typically it was baseball, but whatever, it's just to distract you from the truth, So that's what they do all the time. They distract everybody from what's really important, the things that you shouldn't, like Passio says, Mark Passio, about what a right is, and nobody's learning that. So I'm glad he's teaching, all those things. I don't have to agree with everything he said, because I do have my own beliefs on, when it comes to God. All that, I believe God's almighty, and ultimately God has control of everything, so he can do whatever he wants. He could uh, uh, become a person, in order to teach us why he needed us to know at some point. So it's I know it's tricky, it's because, like me, for instance, I'm a Christian, and I never saw Jesus Christ. So why am I a Christian? Because of the what was taught to me when I was a kid. I prayed to God, to bring me to the true religion, even when I was a kid, because I realized there was something wrong with that Catholicism. So, but I kept, I've seen some miracles in my life, especially being from where I'm from. A lot of people died, thousands of people died in my country, and I made it out, and I'm still here telling you, that the solution is not just to overthrow or get rid of that president. The solution starts with um, educating our kids that governments really are not there to protect you. They're there to steal from the people. They're there They make excuses that we're doing this for your good. Truth is, they're doing that for their own good. So it's a group of people enslaving the rest of the people. But they bring this, fancy words they use, and terminology that people, oh, what the hell are they saying? I don't know. It must be, because they're smart and but no. Everybody has the right to live in peace and to not be extorted of their money every time they do some, they break uh, a law made by men, that they come up with so that they can take your money. So it's always like that they taking our money. They're doing business with big business. Big business is, guilty also. But everybody, it starts with education and the respect of everybody else and the love of everybody else. There are those people right now killing Nicaraguans are Nicaraguans themselves, but they sold their soul. But for a little money, they go about killing their own people. They may end up killing a member of their own family, maybe a distant family, maybe a close one. But it's like, why are you doing this? Why? If there is a God, like I believe there is, where are you gonna go? When what are you gonna say when everything is done in this physical realm? You're gonna be looking real bad, because what are you doing? For what? For money? Don't do it. Get out, get out, get out. No, well, if this government changes, there needs to be a push for education, another type of education in which children are taught new concepts of freedom, because the ones that are around are not freedom. Being Republican or Democrat is not freedom. That's just, two fists of the same guy. So don't do it. It's like, when are we gonna break free from this if we don't start bringing this different ideas for freedom? It's like we're all crazy. Nobody sees it. We're all crazy. Nobody's, aware of it. It's like I had another video in my Facebook of a man saying that precisely, that we're all in the same type of insanity, that we don't see it because we're all the same, crazy the same way, and we don't see the cage for what it is. So let's try to I hope this serves us as a lesson for us and all the rest of humanity. Whoever comes in contact with that, like, we have a neighbor, Costa Rica is the neighboring country in the south. They haven't had an army for 70 years, and they've never had this kinds of problem, this incarceration and murdering the civilians, and people are fighting with fireworks. Why don't we have equal force to defend ourselves? We're gonna let people just kill our family and kill us for what? So some asshole stays in government and stays in power, gets rich and lives the life of the rich and famous? No, that's not fair. It's not fair for nobody in the country. So that's all I wanted to say. I guess that's it. It's not scripted, so it might sound a little crazy to you, but it's what's in my heart right now. And God bless you in this new year. Good night.